is you can golf year-round, but you know, it starts with some stretching to get into that perfect round, and who better to teach us coming up after the break than Rob Houlding, who is the PGA Canada 2013 Teacher of the Year. Stay with us. You're watching BT live from Surrey. The nice thing about being in the Lower Mainland in Vancouver area, of course, you can ski and then you can also golf, but you know, it starts with the perfect warm-up, and we thought we'd bring out the best. Rob Houlding, 2013 PGA Canada Teacher of the Year. Congratulations.
Thank you
You
very
got the big gala coming up in a couple of weeks, I guess.
Yeah, down in Orlando. We'll have about 500 or 600 guests down there, and it's going to be a real honor.
Well, how wonderful. Yeah. So now we're going to get you to teach us some very basic things. We're going to start with some stretches, and we've got, by the way, one of your students, Kenny here, who's going to help us out. What's the first stretch that we're going to do, and how important is it to do these stretches?
Well, you know, this is we're going to run through something here, and it takes only about 2 minutes. So you're running from the office, you get to the golf course, you don't have a lot of time to warm up. So just a precaution to stretch so you don't pull a muscle right off the first swing.
Okay, right, so for the first step,
upper body. Okay, one hand on top, one hand underneath. Turn your hands over slowly like that, and just feel a nice stretch in your rotators and your shoulder area through here. It's good. And
that'll be super important when we're doing something like a drive, I would expect.
Because, oh yeah, like you don't want to start swinging your driver as your first swing.
No.
You want to make sure that your muscles are a little bit loose. You can take that.
And then the next one?
And we've got rotation, we've got shoulders. Next thing we're going to do is we're going to turn, get a little stretch through the spine, back the other way.
Can you see a lot of injuries in golf? I mean, it can be a fast-paced game and a very physical game.
We don't see it with good players very often. With experienced players, we see it with people who don't practice and don't play very much.
Which is why it's important to do some stretching, and why we are going to be getting some tips throughout the morning. You guys keep warming up here, because we're going to put Kenny to work here. Coming up, for more details on Rob Houlding and his Golf Academy out here in Surrey, you can go to the website there, Jody and Riaz.
Good stretch.
Maybe Justin Bieber's not busy enough. Maybe he needed to be taking some golf lessons or baseball or hockey or something to keep him kind of out of trouble. I mean, I know he's busy enough, but he's kind of in an industry that causes a bit of trouble, certainly for the people that want to have a little bit of attention. Tell you what, let's put the focus on young talent here. We are going to learn how to pitch straight. Kenny here takes lessons from the 2013 PGA Canada Teacher of the Year. And you know what? We're going to learn how to pitch straight. So Kenny, go for it as we go to break. There we go. Stay with us. You're watching BT. Check this out, guys, though. We're going to see a chip, a pitching straight here by student Kenny. And let's see how it went. Oh! I thought you were going to do just in time for the camera. Kenny, how old are you?
I'm 16.
How awesome, and how long have you been golfing for?
I've been golfing for just a bit over a year.
Very cool, and you actually, your instructor is a champion in his own right. 2013 PGA Canada Instructor of the Year. What's it like to be learning from this guy?
It's very cool, and it's an honor, and it's definitely a confidence boost knowing that you're working with the best.
Perhaps our next Tiger Woods. Rob, let's talk about pitching straight.
Sure. Well, good morning, everybody. This is a simple setup to practice. You could do a little bit of this indoors, and you can also do it outdoors. You could use golf clubs on the ground, or if you have alignment sticks. And the basic idea here is to let the club follow the line. So if you had a laser coming out of the end of this shaft, the laser would point along that line and back along this line. So we set up, ball right in the center of the feet, weight forward so your belt buckle and your sternum are on the front side of this golf ball, and then we point that down the line and we come back down the line this way. So if we just don't think, let it go, we might get lucky.
And just like that. So the perfect pitch is not only straight, but you want to get a bit of air. I tend to do this where I do it, and it ends up, you know, looking like I just did a big long cut.
It's a great question. Don, put your club down.
Okay.
I'll just show the folks at home.
All right.
The club is designed with this angle on the face, and this is the actual trajectory the ball will come off. So if your hands were a little more forward when you hit the ball, the ball would go a little lower.
Right.
If your hands were more behind, the ball would go a bit higher. So what the mistake people make is they try and lift the ball.
All right.
And what you want to do is let the club hit the ball on the downstroke.
So the club gets to do a bit of the work for you, but there is definitely talent, skill involved. If you want to learn from this master, Rob Houlding, you can go to his website. Michelle, I don't know, let's see how I do here as I go to you. So I can always go shorter on the weather.
Your ankles.
Right between my ankles, here we go.
Arms, hands, and shoulders together.
Here we go.
Good.
Well, listen, not bad. Hey, first time.
Hey, it's better than I could have done.
You got future.
Well done.
Thanks very much. And you know, PGA Canada said this guy, Rob Houlding, is the best teacher of 2013. So we thought we better get you to teach us a few basic skills, Rob.
Be glad to show you a few things. Yeah.
So you're going to show us some things that will help people, even at the office or at home, practice not even using a ball, something as simple as a wall and a club.
Right. Right across Canada right now, it's pretty cold. And not everyone likes to go out and practice in the cold. But if you're really interested in golf, here's a couple of quick tips to help you keep your game in shape. I call this one down the hallway. All right. So if you have a baseboard, a long wall with a baseboard, something like this, put the club basically around your belly button or just on your belt buckle, set up to the wall, and practice pointing this along the baseboard. So it goes back this way and back this way. So you'll get a little weight transfer, you'll get a little rotation in your body. Now watch what happens. I go down the hall to infinity, hinge my wrist. This is what we call being in business, and this club is pointing right at the baseboard. I come back down, you'll notice it's parallel, comes through, down the wall, and there. Now, turn around very quickly. This is what we can do. So if you turn your golf club upside down so you don't damage your wall, this is a good idea. So there's down the hall, that's down the hallway. In business, you notice I'm not hitting the wall. It's quite amazing. There.
And you didn't even hit the wall.
No, there, bang. Now most people will take the club back like that.
Most people like me.
Right, so this is basically following rotation of my body to start back. Wrists are hinging, so the club is not on the wall. It falls right in plane and down the line.
Rob, I've taken a lot of golf lessons on air, I should say, not real golf lessons. I've never seen that technique before. It really does help you get that perfect alignment. And
visualization of the swing happening in front of you along your target line.
Fantastic. It's tips like that that's the reason PGA Canada said this guy was the #1 teacher last year of 2013. For more details on how you can learn from the best here, you can check out Rob Houlding's website.
Thank you.
Eat and then golf and work off those calories, and we're learning from the best. PGA Canada has named him the 2013 Instructor of the Year. Rob Houlding is going to teach students like us and like Kenny here, go ahead there Kenny, how to increase the speed of your swing. Stay with us, you're watching BT. Ooh, I'll have to ask him if he gets the manicures or pedicures, but in the meantime, we are checking out the young talent here, the Rob Houlding Golf Academy, and oh, that looked pretty good to me, Rob, I must say. How do you think that he did?
Well, with our technology, we get instant feedback, and in this case, it's showing us that Kenny indeed hit down on the golf ball. He had a nice inside to outside swing path, but the club face was aiming left at impact, and that's why the ball curved to the left, which is what I'm going to show you guys.
Awesome. First of all, Kenny, did you think you did pretty okay? I thought that looked pretty good to me.
I don't know. It looked quite left at me, but...
There you go. Well, there you go. The experts are telling us how it's done. Thanks very much, Kenny. Okay, so let's talk about how we can increase the speed there.
Well, okay. So in that case, what happened was the swing itself was quite good, but the face angle was aiming to the left at impact. So it's likely that 80% of our direction is from the club face. So this drill I'm going to show you guys is a fantastic way to work on your golf swing in the off season and during the season. When we set up to a golf ball, we like to align the club toward our left hip joint, and our hands would follow something like this on the club. What I've got is I've got this club actually on my hip. And what I'm going to practice doing is going back to here and bringing this right back to the same spot. Not interested in turning and weight shift or anything yet. I'm just going back to here and back to here. The reason this is so important, in Kenny's case, that club would have been turning like this, and you can see that would be pointing over here instead of here at impact, which is why the face is aiming that way. And what most people are doing when they're slicing the ball, which is about 80% of the golfers out there, they're pulling the hands forward to try and create speed. And you can see this is pointing way over here, so the club face is aiming to the right, and they end up slicing the ball.
So quick fix, we got about 20 seconds left here.
Right, so this is the fix. So you practice going from here to here and back to here. We call that letting the shaft release. And then we do it fast like this.
So keep working like that. And by the way, if you want to learn from the best, he is taking select new students. He works with lots of people with lots of experience, but he does take a few beginners that are very motivated. Once again, Rob Houlding, the 2013 PGA Canada Instructor of the Year. Jody and Riaz, more details, go to his website.
Thank you very much.